Hello, dear students. I am Samir Velankar. I welcome all of you to this second video on programming of singly linked list. In the previous video, we saw how to insert a node in a singly linked list, and from main we called insert 4 times to insert 10, 20, 30, 40. Now we would like to display the linked list. So we have written a function called display, and display is going to print all the data stored in the linked list, that is 10, 20, 30, 40. But the call to display, you observe, the call to display is passing address of first, where first itself is a pointer to the very first node of the linked list. So and first is address of a pointer. That means display function should have a parameter which is pointer to pointer, coming to the same point again, which we left in the previous video, which we saw in the previous video. Well, then display function will have a single parameter which is pointer to pointer. Let's see what is display function. So here we go. The display function over here, as you see, display function is void. It's simply going to display all the nodes. It's not going to return any value. And it is having pointer to pointer. P is a pointer to pointer. What is P going to literally receive? This pointer is going to receive address of first, where first itself is a pointer. Hence, P is storing, P is a new pointer now, and P is storing address of first, isn't it? And notice address of first. Notice in the diagram, we are assuming that the address of first is 500. So P will store 500. Hence, P will point to first because it is storing address of first. Now on, if you write asterisk P anywhere in this function, it is same as first, because asterisk P means value to which P points, and value to which P points is value of first. So now after that, we have declared one node pointer here. You just check, temp is a node pointer. So in the memory, we are going to have a pointer called temp. This is a newly created pointer, and this pointer can point to any node. What that means is this temp pointer can point to 10, it can point to 20, any node, because all these are node structures, 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay. Now the next thing, is check that what we have done after declaring temp pointer in the function is we have made temp equal to first. I hope you are not reading this as asterisk P now. Temp equal to asterisk P. Agreed, it is asterisk P. But listen, asterisk P is same as first. So the line temp is equal to asterisk P is nothing but temp equal to first. This is same as temp equal to first, isn't it? Now coming back to the same question which I raised in the previous video. Any beginner would feel that if this is same, temp is equal to asterisk P is same as temp equal to first, then why don't you write temp equal to first here straight away? But if you write temp equal to first here, you will get an error. First is not defined. Stick to the fundamentals of auto storage class local variables. Notice the first pointer has been declared inside main. So in case you need first pointer in some other function, you can't access it straight away because first is accessible only in the scope in which it is declared. But hello, we need first pointer in the display function. So what we did easily is we have thrown address of first. Address of first was caught by the pointer, and now pointer will take us to first. So who says first is not accessible in any other function? First is accessible, but it is accessible indirectly, isn't it? Through the pointer. Okay. So what's the line? Come again. This line is temp equal to asterisk P. It is read as temp equal to first. That means temp will point wherever first points. Temp pointer literally becomes equal to first pointer, and first pointer is pointing to 1000. So temp pointer also will point to 1000. Are you understanding? This is assignment. This is assignment. Temp is becoming equal to first. Note that first is 1000. So temp is also 1000. That means temp will point to the 1000th location, the same node. Okay, let's now go into the while loop here. And this while is responsible for printing the entire list. The while condition is while temp is not equal to null. Note what is temp right now. 1000. Observe the mouse pointer. Temp is very well pointing to a node, then temp cannot be null. So temp not equal to null is true. Temp is pointing to a valid node, isn't it? Hence, the while will continue and we enter the while and we print temp arrow data in %d format. Temp arrow data, you observe, follow the arrow. Temp arrow data is nothing but 10. So the first output due to display will be 10. At this point, any beginner would feel that we could have printed 10 simply by writing first arrow data. Yes, of course. See, first arrow data is also 10. But you know, the challenging part is not to print first data, but challenging part is to print next, then next to next, then next to next to next data, in which temp is going to help us. Okay, where were we? Temp was not null, true condition, because temp was pointing at 10. So we entered the loop and we printed temp arrow data. So 10 got printed. Now the next line in the while loop, temp should point wherever temp arrow next points. This is pointer equal to pointer. Temp is a pointer and next is also a pointer. So temp should point wherever temp arrow next points means temp should point to 20 because temp arrow next is pointing to 20. Hence, temp will no more point to 1000. Temp will no more point to 1000, but temp will point to 2000. Because notice, temp arrow next was pointing to 2000. So temp moves to the second node. And now the value of temp is no more 1000, it is 2000. So temp now points to the second node. I hope you are understanding. So where do you go after the two lines? You go back to while and recheck the condition. The condition is temp still not null? Very true, temp is not null, temp is pointing to second node. So true condition. So we again enter the while and print the data, temp arrow data. This time temp arrow data observe is 20. Temp is pointing to the node which is storing 20. So the second output is going to be 20. And now the line temp is equal to temp arrow next. Read it as temp points wherever temp arrow next points. And temp arrow next points to 30. So temp will discontinue to point to the node 20, but it will now point to 30. So address of the node 30, that is 3000, will be stored by temp. I'm overwriting this, just manage this. Temp is now 3000. That means temp points to the node which stores 3000. Oh, sorry, 30. So now you will go back to while and recheck the condition. Is temp still not null? Which is true. Temp is pointing to 30. So you enter the while and print data. Data now at temp arrow data is 30. And temp becomes temp arrow next. That means temp will point to the next node. It will store address of the next node and address of the next node is 4000. I hope you are understanding. So temp will point to 4000. The address stored by temp this time is 4000. I am overwriting this, just manage this. Temp pointer now stores 4000. Let's go back to while. Is temp still not null? Yeah, true, because temp is pointing to 4000 address. So enter the while and print temp arrow data. Temp arrow data this time is 40. And now starts the fun part. After that, temp should point wherever temp arrow next is pointing. But notice, what is temp arrow next? Temp arrow next is null. Temp arrow next is null. That means left hand side, temp will literally become null. Temp is a pointer and temp is now becoming null. So this pointer temp will literally become null. Temp becomes null means it is not pointing anywhere, isn't it? So as temp becomes temp arrow next, 40's next is null, the pointer temp will now become null. This is storing a null value. Okay, let's go back to while now. Can we continue? Listen, we can continue the while only if temp is not null, not equal to null, but temp is null now. So the loop breaks, and as soon as loop breaks, display ends. Congrats, we have finished the display function also. What we did in the display function is, we started temp from the first node. We printed it and then said temp, you become temp arrow next. We printed second node. Then we said temp, you become temp arrow next. Then we printed third node. We said temp, you become temp arrow next. We printed fourth node. And when we said temp, you become temp arrow next, but temp arrow next is null. And when temp became null, while stopped. So the condition in the while is, while temp is not equal to null. So the loop will break when temp becomes null, isn't it? That means when temp falls down after the last node, temp falls down because it falls to null. As temp becomes null, we are going to stop the loop. That's the way how we have printed a singly linked list starting from first and going up to end. Well, can we print this singly linked list in reverse order? Somebody says, no, don't print from first to last, but you better print the list from last to first. So 40 should be printed first, and after that 30, after that 20, and so on. You see, it is not directly possible, although we can write recursive methods, which is coming after 4 or 5 videos. That is how to print a singly linked list in reverse order. But imagine, sorry, imagine somehow, somehow we reach this last node. That means somehow we say temp, you should be 4000. Okay. And we print 40 also. Suppose we print this data 40. But then after printing 40, we can't come back, isn't it? Because 40 is not storing address of 30. If we ask 40, can you take us to 30? It says, no, I don't know address. I know address only null. 40 knows only next address to be null. So you cannot traverse singly linked list backwards. You can traverse singly linked list only from first to last. And that's what we did exactly in the display function. I hope you got every aspect of display. Thank you very much.